Hello and welcome back to Newsmin. It's the 23rd of June and right now it's time for a quick general gaming news update. In this episode we're going to be talking about Cube World's alpha starting up, Star Citizen's new 300 series ship promotional video, the kind of shocking news that Microsoft is reversing pretty much all their former plans for DRM on the Xbox One and more. Starting with Cube World. The Cube World closed alpha has begun. Now, to the dismay of many, only a couple of people were invited to play, give feedback, record videos, and just generally cover the game. But regardless of that, it's all very exciting. Fellow TGS members Dave Chaos and In the Littlewood are two of the lucky ones to be invited and have already started pumping highly enjoyable content out, showing both single player and cooperative play. I gotta say that finally seeing someone other than the dev play the game is super cool, and man, I can't wait to get in there myself. Both their channels can be found linked on your screens right the heck now, and if you are in the least bit interested, then you can go over, give their videos a watch, and subscribe if you like their content. We have been told more players will receive access to the game over the coming weeks, but don't have any specifics just yet. Also, give the official site of the game a peek over at picroma.com. I am personally hoping an invite to this closed alpha miraculously appears in my inbox soon so I can do videos as well. Now time for a bit of Star Citizen. This right here is something you'll have to watch for yourselves. It's the very first promotional ship commercial for Star Citizen, and in it the new 300 series from Origin Jumpworks is shown off. The music used, the dialogue, the entirely in-engine visuals, and even just the overall feel of the video, all perfect.
At Origin, speed is more than a number. It's a state of being. Speed is a shock to the soul. Speed is a call to action. Speed is... Introducing the 2943 300i from Origin Jumpworks.
Watch it, have a look at the informational ship brochure, which is also quite detailed. Enjoy and hope that we'll get many more of these before the game is released. You can find it linked on your screens right now, and when you do open it in a new window, be sure to let me know what you think of it. Last up, and as I said in the introduction of the episode, Microsoft is reversing pretty much all their former plans for DRM on the Xbox One. So why now? Why after they said that it wasn't even possible to do so? Well, the answer Microsoft gave was that they heard the outcry from the Xbox community and thus decided to make changes to the policies of the system. So this past week, Don Matic, the president of interactive entertainment business at Microsoft, announced the following changes to the Xbox One and how you can play, share, lend, and resell your games. An internet connection will not be required to play offline Xbox One games. After a one-time system setup with the new Xbox One, you can play any disc-based games without ever connecting online again. There's no 24-hour connection requirement, and you can take your Xbox One anywhere you want and play your games just like the Xbox 360. Trade in, lend, resell, gift and rent disc-based games just like you do today. There'll be no limitations to using and sharing games. It'll work just as it does on the Xbox 360. In addition to buying a disc from a retailer, you can also download the game from Xbox Live on day of release. If you do choose to download your games, you will be able to play them offline like you do today. The Xbox One games will be playable on any Xbox One console. There'll be no regional restrictions. The sharing of games will work as it does today. You simply share the disc. Downloaded titles cannot be shared or resold, and also, similar to today, playing disc-based games will require that the disc be in the tray. This changes everything. Well, almost everything. Now, you gotta keep in mind that some games, as was announced at E3, will rely heavily on the cloud and cloud processing, and will thus still require a constant internet connection to play. Regardless, this announcement is a big deal, and I love that Microsoft are fighting back and actually turning this into a proper console war. Do you guys think that this was all they needed to do to get back into the game? Sure, this announcement wasn't as flashy or dramatic as Sony's E3 performance, and many are saying that they've lost all respect for Microsoft, but the fact remains that the Xbox One is looking far more attractive now. I guess it does still cost $100 more for slightly less performance and still has that creepy Kinect 2 camera that could potentially watch you. But that's it. After this, I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft swallowed what was left of their pride and buckled on the Kinect 2 requirement as well. We'll see what happens with that. Read more below and be sure to let me know what you think. Now though, let's move on to the smalls. Rumor has it that Steam game sharing is in the works, which sounds kinda cool, and then that Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Source 2 are in development, which is kind of silly and obvious at the same time. 7 more games have been greenlit, GOG's summer sale is currently running, the War Z has been renamed to Infestation Survivor Stories, Mars Warlogs has updated and improved its voice acting, Assassin's Creed 4 is launching a few weeks late on PCs, Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number has been revealed, Shadowrun Returns is launching on July the 25th, both Neverwinter and XCOM Enemy Unknown for iOS launched over this past weekend, Dota 2 is set to officially release before the international tournament, there's some slightly lackluster Thief 4 gameplay to have a look at, Final Fantasy 15 might well come to the PC at some point, Dragon Quest X is coming to the PC this September, and there's a benchmark tool below that you can have a look at, check a tour of Reggie from Nintendo's Animal Crossing New Leaf Home out, and finally, watch the amazing Lego Movie trailer. So that's it. Subscribe if you like the content. Check back here soon for more. Remember to check the description below this video for all sorts of links. Like the video and do all that other good stuff. And most importantly, happy waiting for Cube World. Happy that.